Hello. I had so much fun last night just fucking around. Thought we would do the same tonight because I'm still very lonely. I guess this is just what we're doing now, so welcome. Today I have something to share with you that happened to me about 10 years ago, but it's one of the most life-altering situations I've ever been in. It quite literally changed me and shaped me into who I am today. And I've been wanting to share this story with you for quite some time now. It just hasn't felt quite right. I just haven't felt ready yet, but I think I'm ready now. POV. It's July 2010. You're 8 years old, and you're also in Switzerland. Yes. So 2010, me and my family, we took the European excursion to a whole nother level, okay? My dad, he was like working in Germany for part of the summer, so we were like, let's take advantage of this. We were in Germany, and then my mom, my sister, and I, we went to like Paris, and then we went to Switzerland, and then we went to Italy. It was a whole thing. That is the biggest vacation I've ever been on. It was a one-time, like, whoa thing. So just don't think this was some casual vacation, okay? This was an adventure. All right. Also, a little bit of a side note. We were staying with some family friends of ours in Switzerland. How do you have family friends in Switzerland? That's not important. Life was great. So happy to be in Switzerland. The people we were staying with, they had a trampoline. I fucked up my back. My back is still fucked up from that trampoline in Switzerland. It was absolutely incredible. Not gonna lie. So we're in Switzerland, right? And what else is in Switzerland? The Swiss Alps. If you don't know what the Swiss Alps are, I don't either. They're just big mountains in the middle of Switzerland that lots of people go skiing in, and apparently they're really cool. So it was like, we can't leave Switzerland without going to the Swiss Alps. And the people we were staying with, they had this little like resort cabin situation moment that they always went to when they went up to the mountains. Like it was like their place that like they went to. And we're like, well, we gotta go. So it was kind of a drive, and we're driving, we're listening to violin covers of pop music. It was incredible. I was feeling amazing, ready for the mountain. I was ready to experience life until we get to the hotel. Okay, you know in Frozen, she goes to the like place and it's like, yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. Imagine that. Like, I'm not fucking with you. Like imagine walking into that. We are in the Alps. Everything is great. We all arrive safely. So I think we walk up to our room. There's ladybug chocolates on the pillow. I'm so surprised. Wow. This is incredible. I feel so blessed and thankful to be here. Wait a second. What is happening in my bowels? Something is happening. I do not feel good. I run to the toilet and I proceed to clog the toilet with, trigger warning, diarrhea. It really came out of nowhere. I have no idea what happened, why it was so sudden, but I really went from feeling iconic to dying. It was very sudden. There was no lead up. There was no progression. There was no intro paragraph, body paragraph. There was no rebuttal. We just went straight to the conclusion. Needless to say, I was embarrassed. I was in pain, and my anus was burning. She was on fire. Of course, I run out of the room, and I'm like, hey, Mom, so listen, honey, can't flush the toilet because it's clogged with my shit. Don't know what to do about that. Also, I really don't feel good. And she's like, okay, that's okay. Not too long after that, we're approaching dinner time. We go down to the little dinner area, right? I'm eating some risotto. We're arguing about, is it risotto? Is it risotto? I remember distinctly having this conversation, and then my mom going, Jasmine, I think you have a fever. So all of a sudden, I went from thriving to dying to burning. Now I'm on fire. My butthole's on fire. I'm on fire. Something was wrong. Couldn't figure out what. Didn't know what was going on. Don't know. I still to this day don't know what caused it. Couldn't tell you. But the next day was going to be our big adventure. We were going to journey to the top of the Swiss Alps. There was this little tram you take up there. Going to go explore, go hiking up in the Alps. Like it was going to be a whole thing, right? But obviously Jasmine, being the party pooper that she is, pun most definitely intended, everyone else went up to the top of the Alps without me the next morning, and my mom and I stayed behind. I wasn't about to go shit myself on the top of a mountain. That just didn't sound like something 8-year-old me wanted to do. My dad, my sister, and this other family we were with, they go up to the top of the mountains. My mom looks at me and she says, Jazz, I'm gonna be honest, honey, I know you're not feeling good, but we're in the Swiss Alps, and we're gonna do this. And I said, you know what, Mom? Hey now. this is what dreams are made of. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna get you to the top of this mountain, Mom. You are gonna experience the Alps whether I shit myself or not. So here we were, mother-daughter. I can barely walk. I'm just constantly on the verge of having diarrhea. I am not doing well. Literally shit myself in the bathroom, and then we walk downstairs, and I get to the lobby. of the hotel, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to bust again. I am about to blow a load again. And so, very distinct memory I have, asking the person at the front desk, being like, hey, like, do you have a bathroom? And they're like, yeah, there's one in here. And they lead me into the daycare of this resort hotel situation. And I proceed to have just liquid gold flowing out of my asshole in like a preschool bathroom. You know how in like childcare settings, the toilets are just, they're shrunken down a little bit, right? Children's asses tend to be just a bit smaller, so we don't want them to fall in the toilet, right? So they've done such a nice job, and they've shrunken down the toilet to this miniature bowl. Right. This daycare is completely empty. All the chairs are stacked up on the tables. My mom is sitting on this mini chair made for a 3-year-old waiting for me right outside the bathroom. And I am inside of this daycare bathroom. Again, just Velveeta liquid gold running out of me. I was not doing well. I come out of the bathroom 20 minutes later. Of course I'm crying. It's painful. Diarrhea is painful. And I think a lot of us like to feel strong and pretend that we can handle it. Let's be honest. Let's face the facts. Having poopy problems is not fun. Whether it's hard, whether it's soft, it's not fun. I'm crying, and my mom's like, Jazz, I love you a lot, but we gotta do this. We gotta get to the top of this mountain. I also can't walk because my bowels were just so destructive. So my mom, Jody, the hero, slaps me onto her back, and she carries me from the hotel, and we walk all the way to the base of the mountain. She's got me on her back. Can we get a round of applause for Jody, everybody? But we get onto the little trolley situation. Me, I'm in shambles. My butthole tight as can be. I'm just trying to hold it in. I mean, if I relaxed the slightest, it would just be like it would just ooze right out of me like a Go-Gurt tube. It would not be good, right? So I'm trying to hold it in. We are shoved in this little tram, and we're trekking our way up the mountain. I don't know what's going on. Everybody else seems like they're having a great time. I am not. I'm scared to death. I'm scared shitless. Again, pun most definitely intended. And we get up to the top of this mountain. We meet up with my sister, my dad, and this other family. They're telling us all about all these fun things that they've done. They went to this ice cave. They were, having fun in the snow. And we are at the top. We are at the peak of this mountain. Okay, we are on the top. And we also proceed to take this family photo. So here's a little bit of live footage to help you out. So I'm like, all right, we're here, we made it. Can we go back down? No. There's a restaurant up there. And of course, it's this really fancy restaurant because we're at the top of the Swiss Alps. So of course, it's this like super fancy restaurant. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm ruining this. Like, I'm at this really fancy place. We're staying at this really nice hotel, and I have diarrhea. Anyways, we go into this restaurant. Thank you. This was no ordinary restaurant. The world was her oyster. She was the pearl. She was no ordinary girl. This was a revolving restaurant, okay? The restaurant spun really slowly. It took me a long time to figure this out. I felt like I was in the Matrix. I was like, wow, this diarrhea really be doing something to me. But turns out it was actually just a revolving restaurant. I was not on drugs. And I am not feeling good. The waitress comes over. I'm not planning on getting anything. Everybody else orders these fancy dishes, and the mom of the other family we were with, bless this woman's soul, I was sitting across from her. The waitress looks at me and she goes, what can I get for you? And I was like, I'm okay. The mom of the other family, she looks at me. I remember it so clearly. She just looked me dead in the eyes, and she goes, Jasmine, what do you want to eat? And I was like, I'm okay. And she goes, they will make you anything. What do you want to eat? It was another energy I was feeling. I had never felt that energy before. And I don't know what the fuck happened, y'all. I knew exactly what I needed. I knew my body was giving me a message. I knew exactly what I needed. And I looked this lady in the eye, and I said, I would like some cold corn. Just corn. I just want plain, fresh, cold corn. That's all I want. I just want a plate of cold corn. Okay, all right. Yeah, we can do that. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. But lo and behold, 15 minutes later, this lady comes back with all of her food. Everybody's got these fancy European, whatever the fuck, cheesy, wheezy, whiny, wine and diney, fishy, wishy dishes. And the lady puts down a bowl of cold corn in front of me. And for some reason, nothing has ever sounded better in my entire life. And I ate this whole bowl of corn. Corn, of all things. Something your body has a very hard time digesting. I ate that corn and I felt completely fine the rest of the trip. Diarrhea, gone. Fever, gone. Tiredness, gone. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I don't know if it was the fact that there were maybe some other, magical wavelengths that were hitting me at the top of the Swiss Alps. Maybe there was something magical about this corn. Maybe it was corn that was only grown, from the snow. Like, this was some fresh, chilled, just loose corn. This wasn't corn on the cob. It was just fresh corn, but chilled. I needed it cold. Yeah, we went down the mountain, had a great time, woke up the next day, left for Italy. I was fine the rest of the trip. Again, couldn't tell you. I have absolutely no idea why, how I'm a different person because of this experience. Anyways, that's kind of the end of the story. I think the message, maybe the takeaways we can take away from this are that maybe next time you're not feeling so hot, maybe next time you have diarrhea, maybe don't follow Google's advice, because Google's going to tell you not to eat corn. Eat corn. Eat a lot of it. Make sure it's cold. Freeze it. Go to Trader Joe's and buy a bag of frozen corn and just eat it by the spoonful. My mouth is watering thinking about this. And let me know how you feel. I might be surprised. Anyways, that's the end of the story. I'm very tired. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. for work tomorrow. I hope you had fun hanging out with me and hope this story was riveting. Sorry it was a long story, but I've been meaning to tell you that story for a really long time. I just felt like I needed to put that out into the world. Anyways, I love you. Drink water, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I have no idea. I've been having so much fun hanging out with you. I kind of want to hang out with you every night, or like a lot more. Okay, that's it. Love you.